healing video. Who am I? The High Priestess Phoenix, your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American Sybil. I am your messenger god. The first child of God. The Lilith reincarnated. In order to keep up with me, you had to see what I post on my community page, my latest live video, and anything in my shorts. There's so much to talk about. My chest is on fire. I went through a dark night of the soul earlier, and I haven't come out of it yet. I called for Kobe inside of it. Said it's not over yet. Pac came right away. He came with music, and then he came and I shared him in my shorts. Sorry, my chest is hurting. As soon as I sat down, I blacked out again. I was trying to figure it all out. Just trying to reflect. The first thing you always ask yourself after you react to something is you reflect on how you reacted and if that was healthy, if that was the right thing to do. And then I noticed that this came up. It's been 2 days. I just had one of these. I just totally had a shutdown, almost. Really? I don't even remember what triggered that one. Seriously? And so I'm like, I'm there, and Pac's trying to, walk me, or, he's to make me feel better, just show me that he's there. But I was like, I need some guidance. And so I called in Kobe, and which Kobe's just always there. It's not like he's somewhere far. I just needed his presence. I needed to see and feel his presence and just talk to him. And I'm like, as I'm saying this, my chakras are hurting. That's exactly what happened. So after I made that video, I laid in my bed and I just stared at the ceiling for forever. And I was like, this is why I do this outside, because I look like a creep doing this in the house. And then my daughter said she was hungry, so I forced myself up to go, and we walked over because I didn't want to go to fucking Walmart. That's too much energy under the circumstance. So I walked over to Target, which got the chakras going, and then everything started going, flaming up and hurting really bad. I took a bath, and then I went outside and started saging myself. And that's when I called in Kobe, and I'm just like sitting there and I'm evaluating it, and it's what I posted. What I realized is that I have so much anger towards myself. I'm so forgiving of everyone else and I'm so understanding, but when it comes to myself, dude, I just cannot forgive myself for the things that I've done. Really? And where we're facing right now that's where it is I never forgave myself for loving men, for the men, if you ever asked me before the awakening, that was my biggest regret. And I never forgave myself for that. And I don't think even my kids did fully. You know what I mean? Like, my second husband it wasn't just bad to my first kids, you know what I mean? Or to these kids. But he was a terrible example to my second kids. And he came between us real hard. And I allowed it to happen. And I just didn't forgive myself. And that's why I never wanted to do it again, because I put all blame on me. I allowed things to happen. I never seen myself as a victim. It took me a long time to realize that I had been victimized and that many people are, and we just don't speak of it. And so God made me, a spokesperson for the bullshit. But I have a lot of animosity towards the twin flame journey, and it's really just because it didn't work out. And that's all. And I don't want to be reminded about it all the time. I just wanted to move on. And that's the truth. And it's like, I don't even care why you couldn't get your shit together. I'm just mad at myself that I even tried.
I think you ate too much chocolate.
And that's what I'm trying to heal. I don't care. I don't care. I don't have to live with what you did. I have to live with what I did. The memories of what I did haunt me, not what you did. Which was why. Why did I try so hard? And that's what I posted. It's like, the universe is pleased with my ability to be obedient and give it my all. But I gave it my all because I thought I was going to get something in return. To be flat out honest. And all I got was, as according to Kobe, practice, training, and experience. But that's not what I was going for when I tried. You know what I mean? I gave it my all. Until I just stopped caring. And now I don't really give a shit. Like, I have no fucks to give. If he tells me to go fucking say something nice to Russ, I'll go do it just to be obedient. I don't care. I'm just a fucking delivery message. It doesn't come from me. I don't care. I'm numb to the bullshit. Really? Yeah. And, so I didn't realize how angry I was until he accidentally reached out. And that's why I don't want you to ever talk to me again. I don't want to ever remember how hard I tried to love you. I don't want to remember a person that I tried to love that rejected me. I'm not Ellie. I'm not going to make songs about this bullshit. And it's not limited to that one. And if I wasn't already 1000% triggered, then you got Wolfman out on his fucking Instagram talking about look at me in his little Speedos. Just to show off. I want to kill myself. I just want you to know that. Like, suicidal thoughts, it doesn't mean like I'm thinking about how to kill myself. It just means I want to die. Like, I do not want to wake up and have to face the idea of having to love one of these men. I'm literally in hell myself, guys. This is my hell. This is my karma for rejecting love in the beginning. Now I'm trapped by it. I'm suffocated by it. I refuse to give into it now, and now I have no choice but to give into it just so I could fucking breathe. It sits on my chest. I have to love people I absolutely despise. God, Jesus said, love thy enemy. And he literally makes me do it. I know why he reached out. As I sat there, this is what happened. This is how he got me. He always says it, the olive branch. As soon as God says the olive branch, I reach out to Bobby. I have a million messages in there that proves it, bro. It's a pattern. That's how he got me last time. It was in the Metatron cards. And so I reached out. I was crying about it. Please don't make me do it. And I reached out and he showed up and fucking love bombed me and then fucking blocked me. It was so terrible. I should have never done what God told me to do, but I did it. It was stupid. For what? An experience. The pain that comes with these experiences is not worth the fucking joy of the experience. I'm serious. So then there was another time. There's many times. I'm like in his DMs. God told me to compromise with you. God told me to reach out. God told me to mend the bridge. God told me to reconcile. So he saw that shit today. That God said the olive branch. And he's like, this is my time. Fuck you, bro. Every time. And you're the reason I don't extend. You and Russ specifically. Every fucking time a person like me goes and be nice to a person like you, they absolutely regret it. I regret trying with you. I regret trying with you. I regret trying with you. And that's where I held myself to the fire. I hate myself for what I've done. But all I did was do what God told me to do. So I shouldn't be hateful. But I never want to do that again. And God's trying to get me to do it again. And it's my pride. It's my ego. You're not going to make me do it, especially to this douchebag or any of these douchebags. Do you have anything on earth worth loving? Do I literally have to become a lesbian? Because I won't. I'll go without. At this point, guys, I'm right back where I started on Friday. And I think this is literally going to happen. In the beginning, I made jokes. I made lots of jokes about the Immaculate Conception. It was like, my luck. That's the only way you're going to get me to have a baby. My biggest fear of men was I didn't want to be with a man and get left again. And I told this to Bobby, and that's why I was on birth control, and I would never do this. I'm never going to have a kid with a guy because I know for sure there's nothing that I can do to make that guy stay and help me raise this kid. So ultimately, what I was saying is my biggest fear was to have more children that I'd have to raise alone again. I'm ready to face that fear. If that's all God wants for me, I am so ready for it. And as I'm doing this 40-day fast, I'm supposed to be praying for something magnificent, which is something. And at this point, I'm just praying for the very thing I fear. Fill the fucking just fill the fucking oven, bro. Don't make me go through a man to do your job when I know you have the power to do it without him. I kept telling them I could do this on my own. I'll find a man. I didn't even go looking. And the men that God presented are literally limp dick, fucking don't have a seed, should never reproduce type men. Nowhere in the book does it say where the baby came from. And all I prayed to when I came to Gabriel and I accepted this is my calling, I asked Gabriel to bring me a Joseph. Someone to help me raise God's children. Maybe I never needed a man to make God's children. I keep thinking there's some better man. I put them in different sizes, different shapes. Now I'm reaching for an Aquarius black man. Why? Something completely different. Maybe I have a chance with something that I've never, maybe there's a chance in hell. If I pick something completely like just spin the wheel and okay, I'll go with an Aquarius and make him black. That might work, right? If I just give up and just surrender to anything, maybe anything can happen. And I stop trying to have what I want and just go for anything. Really, I mean, my only hope is something better than what I've got, which shows, I don't know. I hope. I already asked Kobe straight up, and I can. And they won't lie to me like the world will. And mostly they can't hold back. The way things are set up right now, the energy, he's gonna bomb out. Wolfman bombs out. And I'm really 1000% hoping for it because I'm hoping for something better. I'm manifesting your failure to evolve because I just want something better. I don't know. It's like, how long did you believe he was a cool dude? No. And within a week, I was over it. I realized he was full of shit and I was ready to attack him in the astrals. Really? You could, and each and every one of you could be great for God and in his kingdom, but not the way you are. And yet he shows me this vision of what he wants for your life, and I believe in it. You're fucking nowhere going there. That could be many, many lifetimes from now. Just because I saw the vision. Are you going to fulfill that destiny in my lifetime? I don't think so. Look at Marshall. The fuck are you? You are so far from fucking grown. Spiritually. You're old as fuck, Nika. Old. Limp dick old. Pull the blue pill. Old. You're going to figure this out before you die? What are you trying to figure out? How to overcome the temptations of this world and be free in your spirit? Doesn't mean you're not tempted every fucking day. You have to learn how to have that self-discipline and go out with it every day, or you don't give in every day to every one of the fucking, you know what I mean? Your temptations. That's what that means. Look at these guys. That's what it means to ascend, to have that kind of control. Now you can look at my spirit guides, why I would call on Kobe. He was the only one that had that. Now, Pac, Nipsey, myself, Nate, DMX, All of us, even Shock. We are different. We are sociable and we are the life of the party, but we aren't like you. We are not alike. We were created from a different fabric of time where we are just not like typical fucking people. Everybody knew Kobe, but you knew that Kobe wasn't like normal people. Everybody knew Pac, but you knew Pac was not no normal nigga. All right? Same thing. That's what made them their status, because they were already a figure of status internally. And they took that internal status and made and built a status for themselves externally, exactly as I'm doing for myself. Now, we look at you status quo brats out there that look so big on the outside, but are so very filthy and small on the inside, which we're talking about your emotional depth, your mental capabilities, and your willpower. These are the things that make a leader of humanity, or just a stable person that has control over their own life, their own thoughts, their own feelings, their own, you know what I mean? Instead of always trying to be pleasing and looking for someone else and how to fit in. This is very high school. And when you take into consideration that, with the one exception of Ali, who's in his late 20s, that the fact that I'm talking to 30, 40, 50, and 60-year-old motherfuckers right now, this is just damning and pathetic to your existence. And I'm sad for you, because I was just like you. All we learned how to do in our life, the only thing that was important for us to learn was how to make money. If we could learn how to make money, then we could be successful. That's all we strived for. We're a generation of hustlers, and that's all we know how to do, is hustle people to get what we want. That's a damn shame. Now, going back to the qualities that God's looking for, he's looking for kind people that can go out. Dude, these boys, they made me cry. I'm so sensitive right now. I'm sitting there waiting for my elevator, and I'm like, dude, I've been here for like 2 minutes. And I look up and it's still on the 7th floor. And I see the other elevator door about to close. So I grab my bag and I run, and the door's closing, and the boy sees me and he stops it. That's the bit of kindness he's looking for. And I was just grateful. Thank you, guys. Really? Because 90% of these adults are hitting the closed door button. Really? Including myself on certain days. Really? They're coming. Hit the button. They showed that kindness. Generosity. Hey, do you want some? I got some. Whatever some is. Do you need some help with something? Generosity. Forgiveness. Hey, don't be so hard on yourself. It's okay. Understanding about people. That's what he's looking for. Somebody to spread some joy, to be happy with other people, to stuff like that. Are you that individual, bro? Then you're not right yet. If you can't get right to yourself, where you just have these things internally, then you're on a healing journey to get to that place where you can be of use to God, where you can be a joyful person and out in the streets. You can be a benefactor to people, a flow of divine love. God will keep putting your pockets to go, to go love the people. That's what it means to be a light worker and all that shit. But ultimately, you have to feel like you've got enough. When you're always feeling like nobody loves me, then you can't give love. When you don't got enough, then you can't give nothing. You know what I mean? You're being hateful, then you can't give kindness. You're not happy, so you can't give joy. Right? So you can see me most of the time, I maintain that energy. But what you saw today, and again on Friday, and it's been a while, but that's what Kobe said, I'm going through a purge. I'm like, why so many? Because I'm getting closer. The closer you get to victory, the more anxiety and fears and holdbacks and self-sabotaging behaviors and all that is going to come to the surface, is what he sat down and explained to me. And that's where it is. I always go to Kobe when it's a bit too much now. When's this going to end, Kobe? What am I doing wrong? What am I missing? How do I turn this off? And that's where he won't lie to me. Now the first thing I said is, did I fuck up? Did I pattern by just telling him to fuck off? Was that the wrong thing to do? I said, no, you didn't do the wrong thing. I said, is he never going to talk to me again? I said, time will tell. Fine. And that's it too. Did I do the wrong thing? Was I supposed to be nice to him? The card said I was supposed to be nice today. Did I do the wrong thing? No, you didn't do the wrong thing. Good. Then I can have peace in that. Realistically, no, and that was it. I tried to explain that, dude. I saw this post on Facebook. It was something, tell me how your life changed when you met your twin flame. I just put my phone down. You fake ass fucking twin flames, bro. You mean some person that you really love that you call your twin flame because they're just like you? That's not what a twin flame journey is. Get out of my face. You don't know the definition. And you lived happily ever after? Yeah, sure. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. You're not on no twin flame healing journey. The twin flame is a healing journey, and you never come together until you're healed. And considering the fact that these guys don't know how to heal, we're never going to come together. And I fed into that bullshit. If I heal, you'll heal, and we'll come together. On some what? Some bullshit? This is some bullshit. Realistically. Yeah, and that's it too. Telling Lewis. I told Lewis the same fucking thing. Don't ever talk to me in this fucking lifetime. Ever, bro. Like, I don't care 5-10 years from now when you're like, oh, I wonder, look at Phoenix is doing great, I should go out to her compound and I should say hi. No, that's your ego talking. Remember what my heart said. My heart said it never wanted to see you again. Loser. All the tears I cried for that loser, trying to help him out of his life, trying to push Marshall, trying to push everyone to be better people in the name of God. This is what he wants from us, guys. He just wants us to be good people so we can go save this world. We can show people. We just got to heal ourselves, and then we can show people how to heal, and then we can have better people around us. We can do this. What a fucking idiot, right? Since the day I woke up, I came out and tried to do it, and I felt obligated. And every day I was pumping them up and trying to drag them through the healing journey. Meanwhile, they're just using it as inspiration for songs and t-shirts and ideas of how to make clothing. I can't believe them. And at the end, I don't care. You're a loser. You're a loser. I just am mad that I believed in you. I'm mad that I tried so hard. But that's what they're all so proud of. Because I didn't give a shit about nobody. And I cared enough to keep trying against all odds. And that's how I became a master alchemist. And that's what he wants me to, that's what he's pointing out. All you had was a vision in your heart. And you did everything to make it work. That's how this works. Really? Yeah, but why'd you make me believe some bullshit? Because if you didn't believe in that, you wouldn't have done any of the work. If they never showed me a possibility of us being happy together, I would have never done that. What did they show me with Wolfman? I told you. They showed me with him doing spiritual stuff. And they showed me that would make me happy to have somebody, you know what I mean, in my, to start a spiritual community with someone. This is the best you got, huh, God? That's all. It's just a vision they give me. And I try really hard to figure out how to make this vision work in my life. And then I blame God for making me believe in some bullshit. And he just explains that you had to believe in something. I don't think that's fair. But he reaffirms that the vision I had was the past. It wasn't fabricated. And that's why I saw it. It wasn't the future. It was the past. What does that mean? Well, if you think about me and Wolfman, if that really comes to be in this life, it's just the past. I already seen what's going to be, so that means it's the past. And as far as, Whatever I saw with the rest of the guys, it was just past lives. I saw our past life connection and projected it into this life. But you're not that person. The soul lives within you in the promise, but you're soulless. You're brain dead. You're just conscious matrix mass media type people. I was like you before I woke up. Now I'm the only transcendental soul in the entire planet. I'm supposed to be honored because I always knew I was going to be the leader, but I didn't know that meant that I was going to be the only one. And with that being said, my inner circle will always only be just me. Because there's no one to connect with on my level other than the spirits. Because I'm a spirit. I can't connect with that. I can sync to your lower 3D world to deal with you, but I immediately want to get away from it and go back to my 5D world. And those that can't access the 5D don't have access to me. Really? Yeah. Because I'm a multidimensional being that just lives in the 3D. You are a 3D human being with no dimensions. You're more like 2-dimensional. What does that mean? I'm not going to teach you about dimensions. It has to do with shapes. And you're like an egghead. So that's what I'm dealing with. And that's all. The dark night of the soul is just healing my anger towards myself for once. It's not my anger towards anyone else. It's not my hurt towards anyone else. It's my anger and my hurt towards myself. I'm angry at myself. I'm hurt with, I hurt myself by my own actions. And I have to be forgiving too. I just didn't know what I was doing. I wish I didn't say those things, but I didn't know what to say. I was just being honest. I wish I wouldn't have done those things, but I didn't know what I was doing. And that's why Kobe's like, you had to try something. I tried everything, Kobe, and nothing worked. And I tell him I feel like a failure. He's like, we don't fail. You were just learning. It was just practice. I told you that from the beginning. I wasn't practicing. I was trying my hardest, Kobe. And then as, I went through the layers of it, I started to see I'd go harder and harder. I wouldn't give up so easy. I'd keep trying harder and harder. But I'd always give up. And that's where I was Friday. I'm ready to give up now. And I'm sure ready to give up today too. Jesus, this too shall pass. Is a traumatized person ever fully healed? Or every time they come around the people that traumatized them, they're going to be re-victimized every time. That whole situation with Bobby traumatized me, bro. I really got fucked up on that. I was really just trying to love somebody. And I was getting really used and abused and neglected and rejected in this process. And I had the world watching me, and I was just trying to figure it out and make it stop. It was a traumatic event. No less than what I dealt with Russ. That was traumatic. He had a girlfriend, you guys. He hid it from me. And it wasn't just me, because I looked at everyone. I'm like, did you guys know? Was I just being stupid? No, they hid it from everyone. I felt so stupid for even trying. When I realized that after I tried so hard with Marshall, I was like, why did you even try? No woman would even bother with that man. Why did you even try? Tree instantly regretted it. instantly. And then, even Lewis, I don't regret that. That made me feel better about myself. I needed that one. I needed to know that I could have any man I ever wanted, and there was no man better than me. No man was ever going to act like he was better than me. I definitely needed that one. If there was one I'm grateful for, that's definitely a good one. I needed to reestablish myself definitely through that one. And that's really what I did is I reestablished myself through all of them. In essence, I took back my power and left them powerless. Because the very thing that they thought made them powerful, I took away from them. And that's all it was reclaiming my power hidden inside of a soul connection, which is a twin flame. A piece of you lays within inside of another person that's calling you to them to be healed. Once you heal it, that piece of you now lies within you. You're whole again. You're no longer called to this person. There's no unhealed way. You don't have to face this person anymore to face yourself. Now, in the same instance, to not love you is to not love myself. The love never fades. And the more that I accept myself, the more love I have for you. And that's it. The more I accepted my mouth, the more love I had for Marshall and his. You know what I mean? The more accepting I was about, how I was in my marriages, the more loving I was about Bobby and his bullshit. The more I realized how much I gave to my family and my friends, the more I loved Russ. Because I saw he was just like me. You are like me. But this is not a good side of us. This isn't good. And that was it. Marshall is one of the closest things to being like me. But the unhealed version, we're the most powerful shit talkers in the world. What is that good for? I mean, don't get me wrong. He made himself an empire off of it. Fucking Empire Strikes Back. Realistically, but off of what? Putting other people down and hurting people? Being clever and having a clever way of destroying a person's character? I think I do it better than you, Marshall. Haven't you seen the type of shit that comes out of my mouth? How does it feel to see someone like you in action? And then there's Kanye. Everyone thought you were a fucking alien until they met me. Like, oh my God, it's a female version of Kanye. Holy fucking shit. No, Kanye is a female version of me. Get it straight. They are a small piece of what God made me. And thank goodness you only got a small piece of it because you couldn't handle the big kahuna, which is me. Only I can deal with this. And that's what I'm meant to do, is I'm meant to deal with it. But you got to deal with your own. And that's it. You have Lilith in you. You're rebellious. You're stubborn. You're obnoxious. You're hurtful. You're freaking mean. You use your sexual prowess. You're manipulative. You're dark. You're all those things. You are the devil. In the scheme of devils, I would rather be a Lilith than a fucking useless Lucifer. Kicked out of God's kingdom. Ha! Stupid. I fled God's stupid planet. You got kicked out of the whole fucking kingdom. Talk about arrogance. Really? That's where we are. I'm stuck here. For how long? I don't know. Just in the dark with my terrible feelings, and I have to feel better about I did the right thing. Where am I? Oh, that's where we are. Told you, we're in the void. And I told you that this morning. We're in the freaking moon, the rest and restore. Really? Yeah, nobody said that they were going to put us to sleep. Really? That's interesting. The next card is the circle of life with family. Let's not deal with family matters right now. Family doesn't matter right now. We're in the void. Really? Obviously, this is turned the wrong way. I went looking for that. It's on one of my bracelets. I got one. My spirit used to guide me. It's right there. Do you see it? I had all these bracelets. They were in all. God got me all these charms and stuff like that, and I didn't even know what they were. And I was like, what is this symbol? That is the sound of the universe. The sound of the universe has a sign. That's the sign of the sound of the universe. It's the sound of the rain. Oh, I can hear the spirit. I'm getting closer to the light. That's good. Really? You gotta alchemize it. You're not gonna get out of it. That's it. How much more do I gotta sit and think about this? You stay in your room until you have a better attitude. When am I gonna have a better attitude? Fucking child of God. Retreat, rest, and pause. Let there be light. And with those words, creation sprang forth from darkness and propelled all of us on our eternal path of discovery and enlightenment. Told you, that's all you're supposed to do for this whole fucking life. Self discovery, self healing, enlightenment. Really? I'm gonna get angry about this. Why? Because God spoke me into existence first. You think I would have had this done by now? I did. I ascended twice. Why are you back? Because the Kuan Yin, me and my big fat heart. Do you know the story? All right, so I'm all of these dark goddesses, but in the light, my two light forms was the Isis and the Kuan Yin. At the gates of heaven, I looked back and I heard the cries of humanity, and I vowed I wouldn't go to heaven without them, and I would come back and bring them all back with me. Really? Yeah. I wouldn't go to heaven without them. I wouldn't leave everyone behind. And that's why I'm here on that very promise. I promised not to leave you. I just didn't know it was going to kill me trying to honor that fucking promise. I promised I wouldn't leave them here this time. I'd help them find their way to the gates. And I keep trying to break that promise and just go back to heaven all by myself. Fuck it. If I can't take Pac, then why do I need to take you? That's how Pac gets in too. That's how they all get in. Otherwise, they would have had to find their own way. They come with me. I show them the way. Through my life, it's the pack. Pac doesn't have to take on another life. I'll take on his karma because his karma is my karma, and we'll ascend together. You stay on that side and guide me, and I'll go through this for both of us. You are now again at a time of great transformation and change, and this may require introspection, soul searching, and questioning regarding where you go from here. If you're feeling stuck, feeling bored, facing difficulty, in pain, or otherwise challenged, entering the void offers a chance to regroup, redefine, and that's where it is. You run away. You guys run away in things of this world. I run outside of this world. Sometimes God doesn't let me. He won't let me escape. No, but sometimes He'll let me go straight back to where I came from, which is the void. Where's the void? It's before everything. That's my place. Really? Yeah, the darkness before the light. That's all. Before anything was created, before things where nothing is. That's where I try to go. That's where I'm always trying to get back to, is to nothing. Where there's no spirits, there's no people, there's no universe, there's no nothing. It's just you exist. What is it? I don't know how to explain it. But I know that's where I come from. That's where you go back when He's not going to let me fully this time. But if I was to go back and be the star, that's where I am. I'm in the void. It's not. I am the light in the void. Really? Yeah. I don't know. It's the most. It's home. I only get to be there a couple times where you can just escape and just exist. There's nobody, there's no spirit guides, there's no downloads, there's no worries of this world, there's nothing. You're just literally existing. It's beyond the 11th dimension. The 11th is where thought takes form. That's where Metatron is. Really? I said that the next dimension must have been the 12th, which was the place of mirrors. Anybody that's been with me from the beginning, my prayer during sleep was always that, to catch people. May I be placed behind the flames of fire and justice, beyond the mirrors, in the sacred grove. It's the void. You have to go back to the biblical teachings to understand that. And the flames of fire and justice, who stands there? Well, part of it is myself, and the other part is Samael. Beyond the mirrors, beyond the reflection of yourself, beyond what you think is yourself. And that's where it is, the fragments of what makes you. It's the beginning of existence. The science seems to only know of the 12 realms, but I knew when I came from the 13th. And I knew that where I came from must have been Eden, because no one else has come from there and there's nobody else there. Everyone else fled the garden. I'm the only one that made it back. And that's what I teach everyone, is how to get back home. If you're feeling stuck, bored, blah, blah, blah. What does it say? Create with the divine what is best for you, and it will serve you through this next stage of your life. Sometimes we voluntarily go into the void, and sometimes we are pushed by illness, burnout, grief, or loss, as well as other circumstances. Yet within the darkness, you can retreat, hibernate, feel safe for a while as you search for deeper meaning and fulfillment. Allow a moment of pause. That's where I was for most of my journey. And God kept trying to bring me out of there and put me back in the real world, and I kept refusing. I finally found my peace. I didn't want to leave it. And that's where I'm always trying. It's not in God's kingdom. It's not in heaven. That's not peace for me. It's cool. It's cool. It's not a bad place. It's just that's not my happy place. It is a happy place. It's just not, you know what I mean? Like, it's like a teenager thing. Like, I don't want to be here anymore. Can I go now? Is dinner done? Like, you're hanging out with the adults. That's just how I feel in heaven. Really? It's great. Whatever. Oh, yeah, it's beautiful. Hi. Hi. Yeah. I'm just here to, talk to the big guy and get out, do my business and get out. Really? You guys will go there and you'll get just as fucking bored. Or maybe you won't. You'll just love it. I don't know. Everyone does. It's boring to me. Really? I didn't cast out of heaven. I broke my fucking way out. Fucking boring up there. Same with the fucking Lucifer. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. It's fucking boring as fuck. You don't want to sit up there fucking praising God for the rest of his fucking existence. Rather go down here and start some hell. I feel you on that one. Same with the angels. This is boring. We've been doing this forever. Talk about insanity. All Michael does. They're only going to call you to fight some shit, and that's me as the purple flame. That's all they're calling me for, is to alchemize shit. I have one job. So can I do anything better with my life? I made you for such great works. You should make yourself do the work, is what I feel about this, God. Seriously? What a privilege. Highly favored and all that. Anyways, if you had to, you know what I mean? It's like the devil lives within you. Hey, at least you're having fun. You know what God makes me do all the time? Britney Spears looks like she's having a blast over there. Sometimes we voluntarily, Yet within the darkness, we can retreat, hibernate, feel safe for a while. We said all that. Do not rush your time there, as so much can be revealed and learned that is not accessible to you at times other than night. And that's it too. It's like nighttime, reflection. These can be rich days and weeks indeed. We call the first movement of a baby in the womb the quickening. And so too is it for you now. Feel and sense the quickening of yourself. Is this going to happen quick? Am I falling in quicksand? Really? They're explaining the rebirth is what's happening. A desire to begin anew, a stretch, a change, to become something else. So move forward into the void. As you do, you will leave behind the old and what is known. First steps are the most difficult, as they require you to face your own darkness, which you may have been, which, excuse me, that which may have robbed you of joy, love, health, abundance, and hope. But as you step into the void, you feel Metatron's presence within the dark, and you proceed deeper into a safe cocoon, knowing that you are not alone. Here comes Michael Jackson. I'd always hear him in there. The void is the safe place in the darkness. No matter where you want to go in the universe, to God's glory, to the void, to other planets, to see your past loved ones, to watch time, all of it is through the darkness, guys. Can't be seen in the light of day. Within the void, there is light too, and you can truly face who you are and what you now need to deal with, heal, embrace, and feel. And that's where I was. I was just in a void. I'm like, and that's where you just go numb, dude. You're completely numb. You're staring into space. You have no feelings, no thoughts. You're just numb. And then my daughter's like, I want some chips. So I figured I'd get up. And then when I did that, then all the energy was moving and my chakras were killing me. And I knew that that's what it was. It's an explosion of light, but it brings all your darkness to the surface, which is what? I'm just hurt about it. I'm still hurt about it. And the only person I'm hurt with is myself. I'm mad at myself, nobody else. And I might take it out on other people. And so it's better for me to just retreat and lick my wounds and heal myself and stay away. Hurt people, bro. From that moment of sweet surrender, everything becomes possible, a creative dance of movement, flow, and expansion once more. And that's what you need to know your self care rituals. I tried to lay down, that didn't work. I tried to walk it off, that didn't work. I tried a ritual bath, that didn't work. I tried to sage it, it wasn't going away. Finally, I called for help. It wasn't that or it wasn't that Pac wasn't right next to me. I needed answers. I called for Kobe. I need my guide. What the fuck is going on right now? I can't come out of this. You're not going to, is what he said. He said, this isn't going to end right now. The sound of vibration of chanting Om, that's the sound. Om, Om. They're showing me Cheech and Chong. That's my favorite. At least they put a smile on my face. He's like, he's freaking out. I never took no acid before. No, just do this. Om, Om. You feel better, right? Mellow. Have you seen that? Up in Smoke? Sorry. It was a good visual. It put a smile on my face. Otherwise, the Om isn't working. I'm be like, oh man. All right, chanting Om at this time will connect you back to your own cosmic breath, your divine essence, so that you can reach once more for the light bursting forth to a new you. Your soul is bright, sparkling ball of luminescent light. It's all that's in here. Really? I had this vision earlier that I was levitating, and they're like, somebody, I don't remember who it was. Somebody was there. They're like, how do you do it? I said, when you realize that the body isn't there, you can do anything with it. I've tried to tell you forever. What am I? I'm just a light in here, just like the stars, bro. A burning ball of gas is what you call that? That too. I'm just a light, trapped in a dark body with its feelings and its thoughts. And I work through them so that I can shed the light on everything, not just the thoughts and the feelings that are in here, but everything else outside of me. I'm just a light. And that's how I, you know what I mean, levitate. And that's my light body, not my astral body, which is an etherical body, which is like an apparition body. It's like sound crazy. It's a soul's essence. It's vapor. It's a vapor version of yourself. But the light body, that's what you are. You're nothing but light. God spoke you into existence. You were darkness, and then He made you light. Really? Mm-hmm. Remember where home is. For me, I know where I came from. I was from the darkness before He made me light or tried to make me a light for humanity. Hey, lights out, bro. This is too much. Really? Mm. You can be anything you want. Choose any reality, any theme, any time, any role to play. Consciously entering back into the void is to reach back into the rich landscape of potential dreams. And that has to do with Neptune. We're supposed to be manifesting our new life. That came up too in I think it was the weekly forecast. Really? Not yet. When? The new moon. They'll give you new inspiration. Right now, all you're doing is shedding. You're just letting go of the old ways of thinking, the stupid shit the shit that didn't work, the shit that didn't pan out. You get rid of it. That's it. Every moon cycle, this is what we do. God will give us new inspiration on the new moon to manifest. He'll give us a great idea, and we'll work towards that manifestation to make it real for the full moon. The next full moon is on April 1st. All right. After that's full, we'll shed any kind of, wasted energy or wasted projects along the way to the new moon. He'll give us something new to focus on. And then our next full moon is on May 1st. It's just the flow of energy. What are you doing right now? Getting rid of that no longer serves you? That's all you're supposed to be doing. As the moon wanes, you're losing your skin. You're letting go of shit until there's no more, the darkest, till you're empty. And then they call it the dark moon. It's just like New Year's. It's darkest before the light. You have nothing left. And then there's a light of hope, which is inspiration. You have new hope to focus on to get through the new season. You put your focus on this new hope. That's the star card, a sign of hope. When does our sign of hope come? There's lots of stars out there that bring hope to you, but that's what manifestation, that's how that works. Really? The seeds. We spend all the time gardening. We're just gardeners. Jesus was a fisherman. Somehow we got stuck in the dirt. Fucking Joe Dirt over here. Yeah? Something. I don't know. I guess it's better to have dirty fingernails than smelling like fish all day. Anyways, don't fill the void. It is there to help, not hinder, to heal, not hurt, to create, not diminish, to make greater, says it twice, not diminish this experience of life. Metatron offers safe passage through its darkness back to the light. All is well. That's how I always end up with Metatron. I'm in the darkest dark, fucking playing with demons, hating, just in darkness, and then all of a sudden here's Metatron, and now I'm messing around in the fucking 11th dimension again. That's what happened last time. Really? How do you find heaven? Just go through your darkness. You just keep finding them. Every time you go through something, you find a new spirit guide. Where do you think I found them all? Just inside of myself, going through my own thoughts and feelings. That's the initiation. After you break through this barrier, you're now they call it higher vibrations, but you're now in the higher realms. That way of thinking that was holding you back from, accessing higher vibrations is now gone. You did the work, so now you're able to access. The first access point is your spirit guides. And spirits are any spirit that took form. So, my spirit guides are mine, and they're not just limited to me. Like, no, you can't talk to Pac. Turn on his music. Actually, I had a question. It was a funny thing. I was thinking about Wolfman. I was like, he doesn't fucking pray to you, huh? I was like, he wouldn't post your music. Really? It's tempting, but you also see that they're real. So it's like, do I really want to bring him into like, he really is in her life. You afraid of Pac? You afraid of that thug life? You're afraid of living a thug life? You're afraid of Kobe waking you up and making you face you? You're afraid of the Holy Spirits? They're pretty hard. They were kicking my ass for a very long time until Matt came. I needed something softer on my side. Or I guess, when I look back at it, I guess I had just gone through so much work that I was able to access Mac because he was just a loving energy. I had enough love that I could see him. And that's where they come. As you go through higher levels, you get more guides. I'll never forget when I was sitting there with Buddha. You are now part of the brotherhood, the homeless brotherhood of Buddha. And I threw the biggest hooray. Damn, Kobe, we made it. We did it. I did it. You taught me. We did it. All of my triumphs are his triumphs. I don't fail. But all of my triumphs are his triumphs because he taught me everything that I know. And he's that 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 scripture in my heart that keeps me going. Not everything that Park said is useful. That's why I said you're not very useful. His energy keeps me going. His presence keeps me going. His laughter. He tries to, he you know what I mean? He's like, keep your head up. But in that moment he showed his vulnerability too. It's like, I know how you feel. I felt the same way when I lived too. No, you're not allowed to have my drinks. You take it. I really want to rip your head off right now. Seriously, bro. I mean, can I just tell you how insensitive that is? I'm literally depriving myself of every kind of food. All I can have is drinks. I went to the store. I looked you in your face. I asked you what you wanted from the store. And I got you exactly that. And I brought it home. And now you want my fucking drinks. It's not nice. Do you not have something to drink? Why do you want mine? No, but that's not the point. When you know it's for me and you're going to ask me for something that's mine when you have your own. Why? It's greedy. Are you hungry? Because these are for these, it says it right here. This is a meal supplement. It's not a drink with your meal. I'm very angry about this. I'm already angry. Do not ask me for the little things that are mine. I will give you your own, but you're not going to take from me. Do you understand me? Don't ask me again for any more of my nutrition drinks. Sorry. You have no respect, dude. And that's it. I'm dealing with, even my own children. And he's greedy. I am serious. I keep running out of drinks. I buy drinks to keep myself hydrated. And some of them I need, especially because they have protein. And yet he sees them in the fridge and he's like, can I have this? And I just say yes. And I just say yes. And then I really have to go now to the store and get me another one because you didn't want to drink tea or soda or any of the other stuff that you drink. You just wanted my drinks. It's like that person that you take to a restaurant, they eat all their food and they want to eat your food too. I believe he gets that from his father. My daughter's not like that, but he has a sense of greed to him that is very obvious, where it's like, why? Do you want more? Like, when is it ever enough? I'm not being hateful because people are just like that, but I'm trying to train him not to be that way and especially have some respect. Like, I just bought him. I was needing him the whole time. I have not calmed down enough because I don't want to throw it up to drink an Ensure. I just went and got me an energy drink, and he's like, go straight for it. I'm like, no, dude, you're not drinking my drink. Do you see? I get tired of being taken advantage of. I get tired of being disrespected. I get tired of being used. I literally am going through a dark night of the soul. And I told them, and they saw me. I'm crying. I hurt. I told them. My feelings hurt. My daughter was standing right there when the Bobby thing happened. And she was here when I made the video. And I told her how bad I heard about it. I said, my insides and my outsides hurt. She's like, You're like one of those 19-year-old girls. They do it to 19-year-old girls, make these girls think that they're going to leave their wives in this. I was like, so what? You're saying I'm 19? That would explain why I keep attracting 25-year-olds. We made a joke about it. She understood that my feelings were hurt and that I was going through a hard time. And when I do this and I close down, I make sure that my kids are taken care of. So before I go sinking into my feelings into that bed and I can't get back out, I get myself out. I force myself out to go to the store and get what my kids need. And that's it. I'm dying, but I'm gonna stop dying so that I can make sure that you're taken care of so I can go die now. And I always do that. So I got up and I went to the store. He had a pizza, he had this. I asked him, what do you want? I don't know. Some chocolate. That's all you want? So then we got back from the store and, Amelia got what she wanted. And he's like, you didn't give me, or she's like, we didn't get you anything. He's like, not even the chocolate? It's like, of course I got you the chocolate. So then he eats his chocolate, he eats his pizza, and now he comes out here like, what you got on my 40? Bro, if you don't get out of my face right now, bro, really? I wouldn't talk to him like that if they were smaller, but they're teenagers. And I'm not fully cursing at him, but don't think I don't curse. I am a cursor. Really? I'm a cursor to the bullshit. And that's just it. It's like people, like, what's wrong with you? Do you not have any sympathy? Did I not tell you that I didn't feel good? And that's sometimes even my daughter. Bitch, are you asking me to go on a fucking venture on a period? Didn't I just tell you I was on my period? You act like you don't know what happens to me when I get a period. And you just want me to go, you want me to take you to 4 fucking stores and do all kinds of shit. I can't even carry my fucking uterus. You're being selfish. Did I not plan for this? Did I not get you everything you needed? No, but I'm bored. Get out of my face. You're being insensitive. Really? Yeah, and that's self-care. You want people to care about you, then you have to care about you and make yourself important to other people. Not impose like these guys, oh, I'm so important. No, I need time. And it comes to that, especially as a single parent, you have to have these talks with your children. They have to understand that you exist too and that you're human and that you have to have space. And that's it. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck. And that's when they act the worst. They can tell. They can tell when you're shot out and and that's kids. Oh, they're going to, you know what I mean? Take advantage. You're busy. You're not feeling well. You know what I mean? They can, she's busy. And that's what it is. I'm on the phone. So he comes over all the time trying to sneak some shit. If you don't get the fuck out of here. Seriously? You never had kids? Really? I'm going to drink my Ensure Max. It's probably going to taste like shit because I don't feel good. I'm going to be mad. Like, fine, just drink it. Really? I don't know. Oh, man. Healing's not easy. And that's why I'm the only one that's this far. Because I got Kobe on my ass. I got spirits that don't let me give up on myself. That don't let me fall too deep in it. And that find ways to help me find my way out of it. And that's the reason, I didn't do it by myself. I could have never made it through that. I would have died mentally and emotionally. I don't know. And that's really what it is too, is like, dealing with these kind of pains and thoughts and feelings, they make you want to die. Are you really desperate enough to take your life is a whole different question. But just wanting to die, everyone experienced that. I cannot do this another day. Please don't make me do this another day. Now, if you're at a point where you have to take your life, no, you have to take your life back. Really? What happened to me? It's inside. Nothing's hurting me outside. My insides are hurting me. That's all that is. Really? And that's what you got to learn is the problem. The outside is not hurting you. It's just making it worse. Or it's just your insides aren't strong enough to deal with the outside. Really? Yeah? It just happens. The days are just booty whack to begin with. But when you're not emotionally or mentally prepared for that day, it's going to fuck you up real bad. Really? Used by 1026. 10-10-26. Nice. Really? Another portal, the 1010 portal, which is, we were talking about that in the Sephiroth. You have to get to the ending. And those last levels are the hardest levels. And that's what I'm trying to face right now. But as you go to them, you have to repeat levels. Really, you're refacing challenges that you've overcome, but you become stronger in it, and that's the training. That's Kobe. All right, cool. You made a, you know what I mean? You made a bucket, but like keep doing it so that every bucket, every time you shoot, it's a bucket. Really? You don't want it to just be, oh, I can do it sometimes. You want to be able to do it all the time. As he's telling me, consistency breeds strength. Strength breeds success. Thanks, Kobe. It was just a mindset that he applied to his world, and he believed that if you applied this mindset to your world you would be successful, and he tried to teach you that. And I didn't learn that in this life. He taught me from the afterlife, and it works. His mindset made him successful, and that type of mindset can make you successful. But people try to emulate it for just material success, and that's not what he was trying to teach you. That's not what he was trying to teach kids. He didn't retire to teach kids how to be materially successful. He retired to teach, girls how to master themselves on the court like he did. Why girls? Well, he started at home. Realistically, yeah, and he probably got tired of working with arrogant men, know-it-all men, where girls were easier to listen to. They were a little bit easier to train. They were more willing. Really? Weren't so show off. Seriously? I just gotta say it. Go ahead and have a boy and girl and see which one listens better. One comes with attitude, but one listens. Really? Have a couple kids. Come on, I'm about to have 2 more. Oh my shit. A couple black babies, right? Sure, I never had black. Black is great. Really? I had some Latino babies. I had some Native American babies. How about some black babies? Really? I don't know how to do black hair. That'd be my karma. I'd have to learn some shit. Just kidding. Asian babies. I don't care. Just give God's babies. Give the world God's babies. That's all he wanted me to do. I didn't want to do that since my conception. My job was to love Adam and give him babies. So then God gives me this vision with Bobby. Love him and give him babies. What? What? The fuck? So I couldn't see it it wasn't going to work with Bobby. So then I kept that vision and I kept going because I knew what my vision was. I knew what my purpose was. So every time he gave me someone, I put that purpose on them. Okay, you're here to help me fulfill my destiny. Oh, okay, you're here to make me fulfill oh, you're the guy to help me. No. And that's what I did to Wolfman. I thought you were my emperor, but you're just a knight of wands. I thought you were going to be that guy. I prayed for the guy. I guess you're not the guy. I'm going to start praying for another guy, I guess. What are you going to go for this time? I'm going for an Aquarius black man. Just out of the back of my head. Why Aquarius? Because I did some research and they're very much like me. Why black men? Because they're raised by loving black women, typically. They have a different code of ethic when it comes to how they treat their women. I believe that they treat women better. I want to believe they treat women better. I'm sure there's a lot of bitches that got beat up by their black boyfriends that say that's not true. Well, according to my mom, who had 6 kids in many different flavors and races, she said she went around the world twice and ain't none of them worth a shit. She had good things to say over the sausage, the Italian sausage, but I can't really speak for myself. I'm trying. I was stuck between Italian and Sicilian and ended up vegan. I got a turkey burger out of this bullshit. Fucking turkey neck is what I got. Yeah, you know that limp one you pull out of the turkey? Sorry. If I don't laugh at myself, I'll just cry for the rest of my life. If I don't see it as a joke that it is, then it's just sad. It's just sad. If I don't laugh about what God did in these and all existence, then I'll just cry about it like the rest of the angels. I'm gonna laugh. I'll cry later. I'm gonna laugh about this now. Really? Yeah. I'm not too proud of the twin flame journey other than what it made me. And at a time like this, it's like, what if I can? I still haven't started the editing of these. I haven't even started looking at it. If I can find a way to tell this story without any of you, bro, I'm going to erase you out of the story. If I could find a way to show that I got healed without ever dropping any of your names, I'm going to. You don't deserve any credit to my success because the success came from walking away from you, not staying hopeless with you, not enabling your pathetic behaviors, not standing by your side and holding myself back because you weren't going anywhere. The only twin flame that matters in the whole story is the one I end up with. The rest of you really don't matter. You were just pieces on the way to full happiness. And when I said that, I heard fool's gold, is what that was. Really? They call it your soul's true gold to become what I am, which is the philosopher. They got the philosopher's stone. And that's where that reference comes to. It's like you can be your own true gold, or you can be fool's gold, just shiny on the outside, but no depth, not really worth anything. Yeah, you guys are the golden girls over there. Meanwhile, I'm in the golden ray with fucking Metatron. Am I? No, he's pulling me out. I was in there for a while though. I was like, geez, I'm in here. I've been in here since like daytime. It's like dark time. I haven't got out of this. I went straight into it. It happened so quick. I was having the best day of my life. Oh, I accidentally called you. I meant to call my boss. You didn't accidentally. The universe did this to fuck with me. Really? To heal me. What's it doing for you? I don't know. It's probably having a fucking stiff drink. Enjoy your drink. I'm dealing with my feelings. That's what sets us apart. You run from yours, I deal with mine. Weenie. Really? Yeah. And that's it. I carry a sense of failure about it all. Even though I made success out of the whole situation, it feels like a failure to me. And they remind me of my failed attempts. I don't want to remember that. I don't want to remember how hard I tried to love you and how bad you didn't want it. I'd rather not remember that part of the story. Seriously? Yeah. It's pretty shameful to me. It hurts my ego. It hurts my pride. I feel embarrassed. I'm not supposed to, but I do. For all good reasons. I used to cry to Marshall almost every Saturday morning about how shameful I felt about loving you bitches. I'd be so embarrassed, crying at him, trying to explain myself, trying to even understand why did I think that? Just crying to him. Why did I think that, Marshall? Why did I believe in them? Why did I try for them? Why did I even think they were worth it? He listened for years of how bad I felt about trying. And then that would be a Saturday morning call. And then by the afternoon, I'd pick myself up and I'd be able to explain myself and feel better about what I did. And I had to go through it to get there and blah, 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 blah. I leaned on him a lot through that. And then God shut the door and I had to learn how to stand on my own. And that's, you know what I mean? How to stop that. Which was what? Just hating myself along the way. And that's really what it is. When a tower comes and God asks you to, you know what I mean, to step up, you really hate it. You regret it. You're mad about the whole situation. You wish you were never put in it. And ultimately, like, you know, a lot of those towers, it's like I didn't see the truth. And he'd bring me the truth and I'd have to take action. And I'd be so embarrassed that I didn't see it. And that's another thing that Kobe told me that made me feel better. Um, how come I can't get it right? Because you're human and you're trying. And that's what humans do, is they try. I guess after a while you start to think something's wrong with you. I just can't figure it out. I'm just no good at this. I just can't do it. And I get to that place with people. But they have to remind me that Lilith was never around people. This is going to be extremely difficult for a long time. And that's it, is, you know what I mean? Taking a wild animal and trying to domesticate it. And that's really it. And that's what always happened in time. I didn't want to be here, so I ran from it. I didn't want to be around people. And so even though I'm doing the works it takes, like trying to make friends and shit, and mad that I even try and that it doesn't work out, it is ascension to Lilith. Really? Yeah. And it heals other parts of my other being too. But that's what it is. It's like, I'm not gonna, I used to get mad about this. It's like, why can't I just be healed? Why can't it just be over? It's like, this is gonna take you like a whole lifetime to figure out. You can't heal all of your past life issues in one night. Really? Yeah. That's dark night of the soul. No matter what, whenever you're facing shame, blame, regret, embarrassment, you're in the dark night of the soul. At first, you blame the person, then you blame God. No, first you blame the person, then you blame yourself, then you blame God. It's the blame game for quite some time. It has to be someone's fault. Somebody's at fault for this. This happened for because of somebody's doing. You did this. You made me feel this way. You did this. No. And then I did this. This is all my fault. I'm such an idiot. This is all my fault. Then you get past of it, and then you realize God set this all up. It's a lot of forgiveness. Forgiveness for the person that disappointed you. Forgiveness for yourself for allowing yourself to be disappointed or just having expectations to begin with. And forgiveness for God who gave you this lesson to learn. But no, you hate them, you hate yourself, you hate God, you hate the whole thing. I wish this never happened. Growth. There's no devil, bro. It's just God pushing you through really painful things to make you stronger and wiser and a leader. He's doing it to everyone in hopes that all of them can lead, but they can't. And that's what makes me set apart, is I can't give up. I can't sit around feeling sorry for myself. I can't not love a man. I can't give up on my dream. I can't give up on my destiny. I can't give up on what God wants for me, even if I don't want it anymore. And I never wanted it. And that's the difference between chasing your own dreams and following your purpose. Your purpose is bigger than your desires. And your purpose asks for you to sacrifice your own petty desires to have a more purposeful life. And it's always bigger than what you thought you would be doing with your life. And it's always pretty much impossible and something you never wanted to do, but you're made to show that it can be done. I didn't plan on becoming a priestess. I didn't give up my life to do this. I didn't see this coming. You didn't see this come? No. I didn't know I was magical. What the fuck are you talking about? I knew I was a Christian. Now I'm completely not Christian and a whole witch. Magical witch in the name of Christ. I didn't see any of this coming. That's what it is too. You don't know what God has for you. Just the steps that he tells you to take one by one. Who do you end up with? I don't fucking know. Somebody. I loved in my wildest dreams myself, me, myself, and I. That's just my wildest dreams. You guys fear of dying alone. Jesus. Moving on. I'm standing in it. That's what my daughter's like, I'm going to take care of you when you get old. I was like, that's very kind of you. But in my vision of dying, I'm standing on my own two legs and I don't see myself in a diaper. I'm standing around other people. I'm not in a wheelchair. At 99, I can still stand. Probably can't stand you, though. That's the joke that kills me. Really? Yeah. Seriously? Yeah, I'm not in no fucking wheelchair. I'm standing. It's like nighttime. It's a beach, and somebody said something. I'm next to a couple of, I think they're dudes. All I can see is their legs. Really? Mm-hmm. And I go to laugh at a joke. I go to take a deep breath, like I always do, like I'm gonna laugh, and I can't breathe, and I collapse. The body falls. I look back at the body, and I look up, and there's all my spirit guides, and we look at the body, we laugh, and we leave. That's the last vision I see of here. Really? Mm-hmm. It's the last vision of here. How I get there? I don't know. I got a long years. I'm only 43. That's a long time from now. When you're 99? I don't know. I just know it's my 99th year. The beginning, the middle, I don't know. It's just a nighttime. And I think we're on a beach. Really? By the sand? I think so. Go with the visions. They're not yours. How do you plan on dying? That's a good way, actually. I guess I planned that. But God did, because he thinks my fucking life is such a joke. They called it the Divine Comedy for something. The trip through hell was definitely a comedy. I'm the joke? You're the joke. I guess we're all a joke. We're all a pun in this whole thing. Well, I'm in the void or coming out of it. God might shove you in it, or you might just try to run there yourself. Make sure that the time you spend there is useful. You're not just hiding behind closed doors, but that you're really doing what it takes to be in this place. It's a healing chamber mostly. It's where you go to recalibrate, to get away from, fuck, what was I going to say? God. That's where I go to get away from God. He still knows where I am. He's the one that lets me in there, and he pushes me out when it's time. There's got to be a place, right? A place and space where we can go. Here comes Spock. Doug's mansion. It's a bad day, bro. He promised me anytime I stepped out of the light, he'd be right there. He never breaks that promise. And just because I can't see him in the light, he's always there too, making jokes. But that's when you need him most. You need them to be your light when you're not your own light. And that's what they were. They were my guiding force. They were the light in the darkness when I didn't know what was going on. I followed them. And that's exactly where I go back to. When I don't know, I call for them. Go ahead, call Gabriel. That's a great idea. Call Michael to fight your fucking thoughts. Beg Jesus to take away your feelings. I've tried it all. No, doesn't work. I mean, turning on some Michael Jackson music will definitely help. But as far as, praying to Archangel Michael to fight your feelings or your battles, he fights the spiritual ones, not the physical. We're here to fight the physical battles. They're there to empower us. But the same fights that we have inside of our hearts and our minds are the same fights that every man, woman, and child will have in their lives. They'll all be faced with the same temptations, the same feelings, not exactly the same experiences, but the same fucking lessons. They won't go through the same experience to learn that lesson, but we all must learn these lessons. And that's why, we're all on different levels of energy. You know what I mean? We all start out not knowing shit. We all start very foolish. We all start real low vibrational. And, we work through it. You know what I mean? Going back to it, it's like at 16, when I had my kids, I was probably the most mature I was going to be for quite some time. I put on a level of maturity to be their mother. But after not having them in my possession, I lost that maturity quite quickly. And that's just kind of it. It's, there's levels to it. Being your highest version of yourself only is obtained by healing or integrating your lower versions with it. In order for you to stand high, you have to have all of your little pieces with you too, your low blow pieces too. And that's it. Is like, as I stand in the light, I introduce you to my dark side always. Don't forget that she's part of me. Don't forget the part of me that you're not seeing right now. But that's even it. In my dark, you can still see that I'm still the light. Sometimes I think my voice is loud and that I sound all different, but it's not. You can still hear me despite where I am mentally. Um, Wolfman used a word. He said emotionally mushy. Yeah, that's a good word. I like to be squishy or mushy rather than damaged or broken. I like those words better. It makes me sound fluffy. You're emotionally fluffy, Yeah, that's good. I like that. Yeah, I like that. Really? You're like mentally fluffy, You're like a little mentally fuzzy. I know, right? Like, you want to pet my fur? It's not, it's real fur. This is real pain in here. Really? Yeah. I feel better. Do you feel better? Okay, well, I'm trying to teach you what the methods are to feeling better and how you get through it. And you can't really run away from it. I didn't see it coming. And that's what I told you. God will take you to the highest peaks. He gets you already. I had the best day of my life until I fell into the darkness. And that's really it. The highs are met with the lows. You can be in the lowest level of hell and then find joy. You can be in the highest level of joy and then find suffering. They go hand in hand. It's a thin line between the two, the gray spaces. But really, yeah, you can't have joy without pain. You won't even know what joy is until you've had pain. If you took just a joyful person and put them in pain, they would die. They wouldn't know how to deal with it because they've never felt it. Now, if you take a person that's been in pain their whole life and you give them joy, you must understand it's the same thing. It's quite painful. They've never felt this way. And that's how I'm over here laughing. I can't control it. I've never felt so much joy over a stupid joke, over little things. I didn't have joy. Again, most of my feelings were turned off. I wasn't, I didn't, my personalities didn't allow me to feel. So the big thing is I didn't feel the good feelings. But, and that's what I lost. And not wanting to feel the bad feelings, I lost the ability to feel good feelings too. You have to work through your bad feelings to feel good about yourself. You can't feel good when you feel bad. But when you work through the bad feelings, there's nothing bad to feel about. Really? But when things make you feel bad, you just got to work through it. Why do I feel this way? What's making me feel bad? And that's when I went through it. It's like, why did I get so pissed off that he called me? Because it reminded me. It was a quick reminder of everything he's ever done. And do I forgive him? Yeah. I just don't want to be reminded. That was the point. I'm right back where I started. I just want to forget you. I can show you in my text messages and in our DMs. I say that to him every time. I pray to God I forget you. I pray I never do this again with you. I pray I never see you again. I pray I forget you again. I pray for it. And then right when I'm about to, and he sees me moving on, he has to pop up his ugly fucking head and destroy all the hard work I've done. Why? Because he doesn't want to be left behind. Just like Russ. If I don't mention Russ, he's going to go out of his way to get my attention because he needs the attention. Why? Because he doesn't get it at home. Why do you think any of them bother with me? That's the truth. Why do you think Bobby bothers with me? Because I give him love and attention he doesn't get at home, but he doesn't give it back. Why do you think why do you think all of them were so hooked? Because I gave them something they never got before, which was love and attention, affection, friendship. But I didn't get it back, so I stopped doing it. That's it. I kept trying. I thought if I gave more, I'd get something in return. I thought that if I met these conditions, if I was pleasing or if I did what you said, and that's what I finally realized it's never going to work. I realized no matter what I did, Bobby was just always going to be that way. So every time he came up, I would just say exactly what I knew would make him run away. There's no point to try anymore. I'm just going to push you away. I'm not going to wait till you run. I'll push. There's no point in pretending anymore. There's no point in me trying this. It's always going to end the same way, no matter what I've tried. You are the same person. I've tried everything. So now I'm going to try to get rid of this. And it's a hurtful place. It's just like my divorce. I spent all those years trying to keep this marriage together, only to come to a place where I gotta get out of this. I spent all this time trying to come together with this man, only to come to a place where I gotta get out of this and never look back. I can never talk to this man again. All he's doing is causing me pain. He is not bringing me happiness. He is here to hurt me. Really? You don't think that was hurtful what he did? If it was an accident, why don't you call back? You think it was? I'll tell you it wasn't, because I tried to call him before and I was blocked. It wasn't an accident. That's mean. It's just mean. He plays manipulative games for attention, and they're just mean. Again, he didn't talk. He showed up here last time I did the olive branch. He's I don't know. I said, "Did you want to talk?" Or I was like, and he said he was getting off work earlier. I said, "Let's talk face to face." We didn't talk about anything. Fucking nothing. He never does. He came and I cuddled on him and kissed him and told him how much I loved him, and he disappeared and he didn't talk to me for weeks. There was nothing. And then on February 14th, which is Valentine's Day, he jumped up in the DMs. He left it on scene and then he blocked me. He's manipulative and mean. That's just mean. Don't even show up. No, show up and be hurtful. That's great. He did not accidentally call me today. He was testing the waters, and it was just mean. He wanted to see if he could get away with what he always does. He wanted to see if I was going to let him in so he could get a little bit of love and run away again. I had every right to be upset. Who is he? I don't know. You start to wonder. Is in that box. You're going to have to dig through it. Thank you. Again, I think at your age, you can find your own underwear.
You think I dumped the whole thing out and still find none?
I don't care. I love this, right? So now it's like, just come and bother me with your problems. Your problem is my problem. I can't find it. So hover over me while I'm doing something else and bully me to stop what I'm doing to help you. You can see where I get so hateful about this. It's not limited to one person. It's everybody. I'm just here as a fucking servant, as a doormat to people's happiness. Make their lives better. Really? It's supposed to make me happy doing such bullshit. As long as it makes God happy. Whatever. What else am I supposed to do with this shit-ass life? Stuck here until I'm 99. I might as well do something. Really? Yep. Just want to point that out. Good luck with your guys' healing and purging, and if this is even happening to you, maybe one day it will, and you'll remember what happened to me and you'll know how to deal with it. It's all that ever matters. I don't really know if anybody ever does any of the shit I do. I just am supposed to report it, teach people how to deal with it in case it ever does. I saw this post, this guy was like, I'm over trying to wake up the masses. It's like we were never supposed to wake them up. Let God wake them up. We're just supposed to show them what to do after they're awoke, what we learned to do, how we survived the awakening. That's all we're supposed to do. Anybody that survived it is just supposed to teach other people how to survive an awakening and what's happening, to share the wisdom. That's all. I can't force you to wake up. I can't baby you through your awakening. I can't drag you through your healing. It's your own journey. We all take our own journey. And that's it. But I found it funny that like this person was like, took it upon themselves to wake the masses. Hell no, bro. Let them sleep. You know what kind of fucking bullshit we're gonna have with a bunch of these fucking lunatics awake? A bunch of fucking Kanye Wests out here. Can't read. Fucking magnetize yourself. People that can't read their visions, that are hearing fucking thoughts and are literally in between spiritual and psychosis. If you don't deal with the mental illness, you stay in it. You don't excel. You don't leave you don't leave the conscious body, because you can't get past your mental body. The mental body rules over the emotional body. You have to work through all of those three layers of your being before you can even get into the spiritual or the etherical or the astral. These are layers of your being that you're not dealing with. When you start dealing with them, you can access, higher dimensions of being. But ultimately, you still got to go back to your three-dimensional body. I have to wake up in this body and deal with the thoughts and the feelings every day. After I get through that, then I can do whatever I want with the body. But it's always there. You got to work through it. Clean the chakras. Really? Yeah. Hey, welcome to the void. I'm out. Later, haters. What's in the comments? I don't know. 14 years of I don't care about your comments. Really? Nah. Your opinion doesn't matter to me right now. Seriously, you're entitled to one. You can share it. Write a book. Write it down. It's your opinion doesn't help me. What you think about my life doesn't help, or what I'm talking about doesn't help, because you've never been here before. You've never done this. Your opinion is not validated over here. You're not an ascended master. You're not an awoken soul. You're not even enlightened. And whoever you are in my comments, you are obviously portraying shadows through the comments. Really? Maybe you should go deal with your own feelings instead of commenting on mine. Love yous, laters. Bye, people.